Hey guys, as you can see, well, this is a pretty straightforward video without script. So first of all, sorry for my rambling. And as you can see, it's dark outside. It's 7 p.m. and I usually don't do these things at 7 p.m. But this week was between hard and lazy, so I was having a kind of a lot of trouble shooting with the shooting and editing of the actual video that was gonna be uploaded this week. But I didn't wanna let you guys without a video. So I'm doing this kind of sketchy video. Hopefully it doesn't turn out a mess. And it's one shoot and we can all be I can be peaceful, okay? Right. I'll try, like I said, don't ramble too much, but if I do, well, please be sorry about me. I'm sorry about it. As you can see in the title, I'll talk about how I build my habits with a structure of a book that I read recently called Atomic Habits by James Clear. This is a pretty helpful book. It's like a practical guide for making habits because the power of habit, the video I made like 2 or 3 weeks ago, I'm not sure, it was kind of technical, it was kind of knowledge thing, but this is kind of more practical, how to do it things with which he gives insights, advices, tips, and just a lot of helpful stuff so you can bring yourself to do good habits and to quit bad ones. I'm actually not getting too much on the theoretical part of this because, like I said earlier, I don't have a script, so I don't have like pinpoints to say, and I don't want to get something wrong. And if you want it, I can obviously make a video about it, which it will be structured and technical and all that, and probably don't it won't be the mess that this video it's kind of getting. I don't know. So I'm just gonna like just just like a tip of an iceberg thing. He says there are 4 parts of habits instead of the 3 that I said in the previous video, which are cue, craving, routine, and reward. When the cue is, like I said, is the signal to make the habit. The craving is your desire to get the reward. So in your desire to get the reward, you'll do the routine, and the routine obviously will let the reward, right? This is kind of the thing. So using this structure, I'll get into how I build habits. Of course, this will have more things that are in the book, which I highly recommend you reading it. It's a pretty easy read. I read it in like 3, 4 days. It just was a pretty easy read. I recommend it pretty much if you wanna improve your habits and life in general. In your just getting the things done basically. So let's actually start with it. I'll be just saying a little bit of examples of the habits I'm currently trying to stick on. And with this, I'll present you my agenda. Yeah, this little guy here, it's been my just savior through all this month or so because I started in mid-June, and it's just been like, man, you really have to get one if you can. But I just note everything, homeworks and all the things I need to do and organize it, and it just feels so relieving because I know how where things are, and that if I don't know something, I'll just watch it. If you can see, kind of homeworks and all this, and I just straight up love it having it. But that'll be another video if you want it, talking about completely my agenda, how I manage it, and what things I find that I work for it and which don't. So, getting into the meat of the video, I will start with my first habit, which is exercising. Yeah, I know. So, my cue for exercising is having my sport shoes in a pretty visible place. I usually have them like in front of my bed, in the other side of the wall, and they're always there. They're always visible unless I am using them. And this helps me like when I wake up. This is mostly the first thing I see, right? And my routine goes kind of like when I wake up, I wash my face, do whatever in the bathroom. I put my ponytail and whatever and put on my sport shoes. I just have to put my sport shoes, right? Whatever, whatever happens. And this is kind of the cue of getting to the routine, which is making exercising, right? And because of my schedule, which is honestly a pretty messed up schedule because I live like an hour or so from my school, and we have, of course, to get early in there. So I wake up 4 a.m. or 3:30 a.m. to make this exercise and routine. So it's actually pretty difficult at the beginning, but I think I'm just getting used to it because yesterday, a Saturday, right? A Saturday was like 4 a.m. I wake up at 4 a.m. even though I didn't have a school or anything. I mostly have other things to do, right? But you get used to it. You just have to sleep early. Taking that aside, like I said, my cue is actually or my routine or whatever. It's putting my shoes on. I just have to put my shoes, right? And then I divide my week because I do it. This is a daily habit, which the in days I do the exercise. Like I do high impact exercise, which are routines and with actual thing, getting the thing done, routines and videos, whatever. And this I do them on Sundays, Tuesdays and Fridays, 3 days a week. And the rest of the days of the week are a mix between low impact exercises, which are walking, and flexibility stretches because I wanna be more flexible in general. I mostly do the stretches because they're like, they just take like 10 minutes or so, and it's an easy thing to do for me, and I kind of just want to get that thing done, the walking, well, the exercising and putting the shoes and all that, basically. After this, my kind of reward will be having a warm shower and all that pretty stuff, and kind of just uh, reflecting of how did it, if I get better, if I should change a thing. Mostly, it's kind of a reviewing slash reward thing, and just inside this kind of habit of exercising, it's another habit which I just kind of grew up spontaneously, right? And it's journaling because between doing exercises, finishing the exercises, and showering, there's a gap which you have to cool your body because you can get injuries and that's another stuff, medical stuff, or yeah. So there's a gap between those things which I have to rest and mostly wait for my body to cool down. And in this, I use, well, I journal. I just find myself like making prompts, like which three things I'm grateful, and random journal prompt mostly. And then I can go to shower. So this is like a two-in-one habit mostly, if you can call it so. Well, then is the second, or yeah, the second habit, which is drawing. Well, if you haven't seen, if you haven't noticed for my videos, I am a pretty artistic person, and I like drawing. I like everything artistic, or of artistic expression, basically. So I wanted to get better at drawing, but the thing is that I almost like I said, I kind of want to draw like 10 minutes a day and that's it before, but I almost never do it like I was just nah. I just forgot it, and things just get in the way, and like this is way more important. So in this case I draw, where just right after I have eaten, right. It's like I have breakfast in the morning, and I have to make at least one drawing, well, one sketch, right? And if I have lunch, then I have to make a drawing, just one drawing. And it can be shitty or sketchy, or it doesn't have to be a professional drawing. And this is, well, the cue, it's obviously eating. And well, my reward by this, it's mostly, well, it's a kind of, there are a little bits of rewards, which is an example in this. As you can see, I have these little stars in here in Maca. Maybe you can see it better. And each time I finish a drawing of whatever type, I can feel a star. So this is kind of, yay, I completed it, I did it. And the second part of the reward is actually brushing my teeth, which has helped me increase my frequently on brushing my teeth. Just a part benefit of this. And this is, well, I actually like this, and like the first days I just kind of forget to bring this with me, and I was like, oh shit, I have to draw. But it's been pretty easy, and my queue actually has become, well, I planned it to become like finish eating and seeing the actual sketchbook like in the table. But actually I don't know how, but the queue has become feeling my mouth dirty and having the wanting to brush my teeth, and that's like, oh, I have to try. So that's how the queue has become, which is pretty strange because I didn't actually expect it to be that way, but it's beneficial, I guess. Yeah. So, what can I say? There are kind of a little bit more of habits, but there are actually just in remodelations, you can say. But for a last one, I kinda wanna, well, following the thread of artistic person, I like playing the guitar, and I wanna get better. So what I have to do, or what I gotta do, it's I have, well, I don't know if you can see it, but there's my guitar. There's my guitar, right? And well, it's always been in a visible place, just for me to remind it. And I have to play at least one song, just one song, just before I go to bed. Like I do my night routine, I prepare for bed, I prepare the things for exercising tomorrow maybe, and I have to play one song before bed, and then I can go for bed. So kind of the ritual will be going to bed, right? The the cue it's well, the cue is, well, it's in there so I can easily see it. I can just ignore it because it's literally just beside my bed. So yeah, that's helpful. And I do enjoy that when I start playing. So yeah, these are kind of the three most structured habits I have, because I have another things like German, writing and reading, big, but these aren't that much of a structure, and it's just kind of flaw. Because I haven't still figured them out completely, so I wanted to do just these ones. But for an extra thing, I have something here with trackers. And well, as you can see, purple is that I didn't do it, and blue is that I did it. This helps me get accountability with this and just get motivated. Like, I don't want to lose my strike. And I can actually, if I don't do it 2 days, I just can not do it a third day. I have to do it the third day, yes or yes. As you can see, I haven't played the guitar in today, so I have to do it today, yes or yes. Because, like I say, hard, lazy week. I don't know how to explain it. So this actually helps me keep accountability, and even though like I feel even when I feel bad about not doing X habit, I see that I actually did the rest of them, and I don't feel that bad. I recommend having it. Maybe not in the same way as me if you don't like it much, but even just a calendar and putting an X on it, it's helpful, right? And well, these were my examples about this. You can of course use them. I give you, well, total permission to do them. Use my routines, my cues. I have, with the ones I say here, are the ones I think I works for me, and that I actually do it. So that's why mostly I didn't want to add the other ones, because I'm having a little bit trouble of them. So I just wanted to tell you the the ones that I actually do and that have actually been beneficial and that are starting to stick with me. So I recommend you most of the drawing thing, but everything is just helpful. So oof, it's been kind of a long video, 18 minutes. And I not gonna edit this, so I really hope you like it. Even though it is a kind of sketchy thing and that I'm just gonna upload. I'm so sorry, I promise. Next week's video will be totally worth it, which will be, it was gonna be this week's video, but I was just so tired, I just couldn't make it. So I promise it will be better, and I hope you kind of like this sketch video. Please tell me in the comments if you want more things, if you want more about my progress, about videos, and I'll hear every idea and mostly or probably do the most of those ideas. So please be sure to like it, subscribe it, and remember, be creative, be happy, but most important, be yourself.